to the infield, Austin Dillon, and they pile up behind him.
That's 2 weeks in a row early out for Austin Dillon. I don't know how much image he has, but there's a bunch of them, folks. You got Gregson in this, Bell. There's a right rear. I think Austin may get away with just that tire damage.
Just let us know what we got to work on. Stall the right front.
Yeah, and Clint, as we go back and look at this, you're going to see them all stack up really, really bad in the middle of the straightaway, but there is a ton of cars that have damage.
All the drivers that had trouble in qualifying are caught up in this.
Always the risk, right? You know, you start at the back of these fields and you put yourself in harm's way, but man, that is not what a lot of these guys wanted to see early. This is a big wreck.
Austin Dillon has not left the scene down there in turn number 1. Alex Bowman with a lot of damage, and Harrison Burton appears to be involved again. Noah Gregson, I say again, he was taken out in lap 6 of Monday night's race.
Yeah, and you talk about Austin Dillon. He scored 1 point last week.
Let's look what happened. It stacks up on this outside, folks. If you watch here, these cars right in through here all start stacking up as they catch them. Accordion effect. We saw it at Daytona time and time again. Look at the accordion back here.
What happened was Todd Gilliland trying to make a hole for Michael McDowell to get up in that preferred lane in the middle, stacked that whole lineup really hard.
Those guys had nowhere to go, didn't see it, landed right in their lap.
What a mess. Watch Todd Gilliland, the 38 car right here. He's going to check up to try to make a hole for Michael McDowell, and it checks up this whole line. And all of a sudden, that accordion just gets deep.
Denny Hamlin just missed the 3.
You see Harrison Burton around.
Yeah, and as we see Joey Logano on the bottom here, you're going to see him come up the racetrack, and as these cars get close, both of them are going to get tight. You see the flames come out of the pipe of Joey Logano's car, and those cars are almost stuck together. They aren't stuck together, but from an aero standpoint, they are stuck together and just want to go straight.
Well, the air off the 22 changing direction there is why the 17 got tight, right? He goes up. It was pretty obvious to me that he was trying to fill that gap, slow the block, slow the run by Buescher. And as soon as he moved, not only did he get tight, Buescher did as well.
Yeah, and you see him sliding down the back straightaway here. The 11 car had and wound up just getting involved as well. See him go in right there, go up the racetrack, get a little bit loose. The car gets away. 7 and 5 pile in.
5, 6, and 7.
And that's how close these cars to being on the edge are. You see Brad just wiggle a little bit, but every single corner is just like that for these drivers. You are making small corrections with the wheels lap after lap, and with all these cars and all this energy, you're doing everything that you can do. As we take a look from the back bumper of Brad Keselowski, you see him wiggle, start to slide. 5 and 7.
You hear him. I mean, he was still in the throttle. Watch this.
Yep, all good. In your tracks. Once you don't touch it. All right, hold the brake. Straight, Brad. Keep coming straight. Caution's out. Get it rolling straight here. Yeah, you get it going straight. Don't hit again. All right, hold the brake.
Brad spotter TJ Majors on the radio there. Here's Corey LaJoie's view. Minor damage to LaJoie.
There was just nowhere to go.
3. Stop. Watch it.
This is the 5th race on the new configuration of Atlanta, and Kyle Larson has been involved in a crash in every single one of them. Not a
spot. There he goes. He's around.
Yeah. Off the nose of Denny Hamlin, who also was involved. Chase Briscoe. Larry, you missed it by a lap. I'm sorry, buddy.
Well, and that's exactly what we talked about, Clint. Briscoe just kept putting his car in position after position, bad spot after bad spot, and finally it has bit him.
Well, the speed in his race car enabled him to do that. I'm not putting that on him. It's the package, right? Denny Hamlin, he was a contender. That car was capable of getting the job done. Finally did him in. Going back to that, tons of speed in that car. but it was kind of a dart without feathers. That thing would get down there and force him in a scenario to have to make a move. It was time and time again, the speed down the straightaway, land a problematic situation in your lap by the time you got in the corner.
There you saw Denny Hamlin's right front wheel is locked. He's just going to try to nurse it around to pit road. Full moon this weekend. Anybody surprised? No, not me. Chase Briscoe climbs out after a very eventful day.
Well, you see Chase Briscoe right here. Got up in front of Bubba Wallace, tried to go through the middle, and they were too wide below him, and he just lost it.
Shot the gap one too many times.
Yeah, and you want to be aggressive, and you want to keep doing everything that you need to do to go forward, but at that particular point, he just got a little tap from the 11 underneath him there because they were 4 wide. There was just nowhere to go and wound up getting spun out.
Can't say he wasn't going for it.